press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, we have finished the lesson Our State Karnataka, and in this class I thought we will continue geography because there is a connection between the first chapter and the second chapter. So at once, if you know the first lesson, that's Our State Karnataka, and the physiographic divisions of Karnataka, the various divisions that are there, the various features that are there in Karnataka, what's present in our state properly, I thought you could relate it to be related easily and understand both these chapters together. So today we are going to take up physiographic divisions of Karnataka, that's the second chapter under your geography. In this chapter, you are going to study the features of Karnataka, what's so beautiful about Karnataka, the divisions that we have, okay. We will go one by one. Do we have the highest peaks in Karnataka, the hills that we have, okay, the beaches that we have, the other things that are present in Karnataka according to the divisions that they have. Now, it is divided into three, that is coastal plain, the Malnad region and the Maidan region. Today we will go to the coastal plain and see what's there in the coastal plain. Now, if you get back to the first lesson, I want you to see the map of Karnataka, okay, and this place here from Dakshin Kannada, okay, if you can see from Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Uttar Kannada are the coastal plains, okay. This belt that is there, it is, okay, imagine Dakshin Kannada to be here, Udupi is here, okay, and Uttar Kannada is here. These are the coastal plains that are present. Let us get into the introduction and then get into the coastal plain of Karnataka. Now, Karnataka is a part of peninsular India, okay. What is peninsular? The area of the land that is almost covered by water. Now, this part, if you again go to the map again, we have the Arabian Sea, okay, Arabian Sea that is covering this part that is there in Karnataka, alright. We belong, Karnataka is a part of the peninsular India which is covered by water, alright. Now, let me put the map for you here. Okay, north, south, east, west and the remaining that are there. Okay, correct. Next point. Now, the southern part that is there, okay, here below the southern part that is there, it has, understand the word there, undulating, okay. Now, this word undulating meaning there is rising, there is slopes, okay. There is rising and falling, undulating like this, okay. This going like this, rising and falling down is called as undulating. Now, the part that is there in the southern area, okay, southern side, it is undulating. These slopes are there in this side. Whereas the northern part that is there, okay, it is a vast plain, That is, it's a dry kind of land that is there, okay. Dry kind of land that is there in the north side of Karnataka, whereas this part, that is Dakshin Kannada, Udupi and Uttar Kannada, is like surrounded by water. It's the coastal belt, whereas this part that is there on top is a very dry land. All right. Now, the land slopes that are there, okay, they are slightly towards the east. Okay, here east, slightly towards the east, and we will understand. Wait, first understand the words, then understand the drawing. Steeply towards the west. Okay. Now the land that is there here is sloping towards the east, okay, and steep towards the west. All right. Steep and slope. Steep and slope. Okay. Steeply to the west and slopes to the east. Now, there is this contrast between the coastal plain Okay, to understand this point and to understand this point, I just missed it, students. First, let us see this. Okay, contrast between coastal plain and Malnad region. Okay. Now, this Malnad region is between the, see the map on page number 93. It is between the coastal areas and the dry land. Okay, the coastal and the dry areas that are there, that is Malnad region. Now, in these plains, okay, in the coastal and the Malnad region, it is going like this. Slopes in the east and steeping in the west. Okay, yes, correct. Now, many ridges are present, okay. Ridges meaning, okay, ridges are like this, a long narrow hilltop, okay. A long narrow hilltop is called ridges. It's narrow, it's not wide, it's narrow. Long hilltops, elongated hilltops are called ridges, are present with what? With valleys. Now what are valleys? Okay, there is this river flowing here or a stream flowing. Okay, valleys. What is there? Ridges are there. In between that the valleys are going on. Okay, small stream water that's going on, and gorges. Okay. Now gorges are narrow valleys like this, okay, narrow valleys between the hills. Understand the drawing in simple terms. We will see how I can make you understand. Okay, gorges are narrow valleys that are going on between the hills. Okay, all look similar, but understand the meaning. Ridges are narrow hilltops like this, in between that the valleys are going on, and gorges are many valleys that are there between the hills. I hope you are getting what I am trying to tell you. Okay. Next, we will see now most of the area that is there, okay, most of the area of our state okay, is 450 to 900 meters above the sea level. Now there is an altitude that you have to measure. We are slightly above the sea level, up to 400 to 900 meters. Now there are some areas which are more than 1800 meters above the sea level. Okay, there are some areas, not all. All right. Now on all these bases, okay, how did we get this territory together was because of the divisions that happened earlier, isn't it? Now three kinds of divisions, physical divisions are being done of the state Karnataka, okay. Now the divisions are like this: the coastal plain, the Malnad region, and the Maidan region. Look at the map, go to the previous chapter, look at the map of Karnataka. The coastal plain I told you, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Uttar Kannada, okay. The Malnad is that Chikmagalur, that place, okay, and the other areas close by. The Maidan is on the top, that is the dry areas in the north, okay, Kalburgi, Vijaypura, Bidar, alright. Come to page number 93 and look at the natural divisions that are there, that map that is there, okay. Coastal plain is in the end, okay. I can't draw the map of Karnataka, so understand coastal is, this is the Arabian Sea that's there here, okay, coastal plain, whereas in the north side is the Maidan region, and in between here is the Malnad region, alright. I hope you can understand this much. Three divisions, physical divisions of Karnataka: the coastal plain, the Malnad region, and the Maidan region. Let us see what is there in the coastal plain of Karnataka. The coastal plain of Karnataka. Now how in the previous lesson you learnt that we were being divided into Karnataka based on the linguistic basis, based on the language that we had, and most of these Kannada speaking people had been brought together and they had made up this state Karnataka, isn't it? Some of them landed in this coastal plain, that is the side that is there, which is on the west side surrounded by the Arabian Sea. Now when they were dividing also, Karnataka acquired the coastal side, okay, Karnataka acquired the coastal side, and we did not go to the other side on top, that is north of India, but we came to the south and we are on the coastal line when the divisions happened, alright. Now, Karnataka got the sea coast, okay, and coastal plains when there was division that was happening. Alright, okay. Now the physical division that is there, it lies between the Arabian Sea, okay, and the Malnad region. That is, the coastal plain is between, it lies between the Arabian Sea. Go back to the previous chapter and see where Arabian Sea is. Okay, it is in this part here, Arabian Sea, south, west, south, okay, and the Malnad region is here, somewhere in between. So, the coastal plain that is there is in between the Arabian Sea and the Malnad region. Okay, that means it is mostly covered by water, alright. Now, the coastal line, the coastal coastline that is there, it extends 320 kilometers from Mangalore, okay, or Mangaluru or Mangalore in the south, okay, Mangalore is in the south here, alright, Mangaluru, 320 kilometers from Mangalore, that is in the south, to Karwar in the north. Go to the previous chapter, see the map of Karnataka, okay, Mangalore is Dakshin Kannada here to Karwar, okay, Uttar Kannada that side on the top. It is extending from 320 kilometers from Dakshin Kannada till Uttar Kannada, that is Mangalore to Karwar, alright. We will see what is there next. The fourth point, okay. Now, that width that is there from south, that is Mangalore to Karwar, is 12 to 64 kilometers, okay. 12 to 64 kilometers, Mangalore to Karwar, Dakshin Kannada to Uttar Kannada, okay. 12 to 64 kilometers. Now, it is broad in the south and it is going narrow in the north, alright. It is very broad in the south, the coastline is very broad in the south, whereas as it is going up, it is becoming very narrow in the north, alright. It is broad because there is a lot of water bodies here, it's okay, it's broad. Whereas as it is going up to Uttar Kannada, Karwar and that side, it is becoming very narrow with the steep slopes that are there, okay. Steep slopes that are there, it is becoming very narrow, but here in Dakshin Kannada it is very broad, okay, alright. Now, let us see the next point. The height that is there is more than 200 meters above sea level, okay, above sea level, and this coastal line is called as Canara or the Karnataka coastline. This coastal plain is called as Canara or the Karnataka coastline, alright. Now, there are many rivers that are flowing in this place, and we will see what do these rivers form, okay. Now, rivers that flow through the coastal line okay. Mostly coastal areas or coastal line is mostly formed by sea erosion. Okay. This is loss or displacement of land, okay, loss of land due to a rapid flow of water that was there, and that is how the rivers are also forming, okay. This like a gush of water going on, and that is how that has led to the formation of the rivers, okay. There is a lot of water flow in the coastal line, that is why there is a lot of sea erosion also. Now, the rivers that are there they have formed estuaries. Now estuaries are, it's like a mouth of the, okay, I'll draw it for you, just it's a mouth like this, okay. There are many rivers or streams flowing like this, alright. There is a bigger water body, there is a, let's see, a sea or ocean, okay. All these water comes and meets the sea there, okay. Now this opening that is there is estuary, alright. Are you trying to follow what I am saying? There are many water bodies, okay, the streams and rivers which come and form a part of the larger water body, that is the sea, okay. And this opening that is there which joins with the water bodies is called as estuary, alright. Now there are no deltas in this area. Okay, deltas are, now when this was forming like this, because there is a lot of water flow in that coastal line, the land that was there, okay, the land that was there that is meeting at this mouth of the river has been completely vanished off, okay. With this area composed of like rocks, composed of different particles that were there because of the continuous water flow, okay, that has, see, one river is carrying all those sediments and coming, other particles that are coming, and it is stored here. The next water body cannot take it down, okay, and it gets stuck here. So these kind of deltas are not there because there is lot of overflow. Are you getting delta? Let me explain it to you again. See, imagine there is this water flow going on and going on, lot of sediments, okay, lot of particles like stones and other things that have been carried away by this water body, and the mouth of the river gets stuck with that. The next water body cannot push it down, and that forms a delta. But in the coastal line there are no deltas because abundant water flow is there, and there are, this is just covered by the Arabian Sea, lot of beaches are there. So water bodies are more and there are no deltas in the area, okay. Now I hope you understood this much, okay. Now what I want you to remember in this, I hope you understood some things at least, okay. Just mark out some things that are important. Let me just state out some things, okay. Karnataka is in the peninsular India, which is covered by water, okay, which is has water, and the southern part that is there is like rising and falling, whereas the northern part is dry, it is a plain land that is there, okay. Now there is this contrast between coastal and the Malnad region, okay. Now this Malnad region is between the coastal plain and the Maidan region, okay, dry land. Understand the sea level that is there, the divisions that have been done, that is the coastal plain, the Malnad region and the Maidan region. Coastal is this belt, Malnad is here, and this is understand this is the map of Karnataka. Coastal line, Malnad and the Maidan region that is there. Okay, it is also called as Canara or the Karnataka coastline. Now it is extending from Dakshin Kannada to Uttar Kannada, that is Mangalore to Karwar, and that is how this forms the coastal plain. We have not yet finished the coastal plain. I want to stop at this, students. I want you to revise what we have done today, and few other things that have been remaining in the coastal plain, we will deal it in the next class. If you are very much interested, you can read the further things that are written down about the coastal plain, and then we will move into the Malnad region. Alright. Now look at where you belong, to which place do you belong, to the coastal line, or do you belong to the Malnad region, or do you belong to the Maidan region. Okay, just look at the map of Karnataka in page number 89 and see where you lie or your district lies, among these 3 divisions that have been done in Karnataka. With this, I will stop, study till then and do well. Thank you students for listening. We shall meet soon in the next class.